Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about my dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a few things. I'm going to start with the main part of the video, which is swapping out Rapunzel's eyes, because I really don't like the eye color she came with. Not just for Rapunzel, it's literally my least favorite color of all the AG eyes. And after I'm done, the sort of tutorial and I put her back together, I'm going to share and compare the Maple Leaf doll stands, because I picked some up today, and I haven't even opened them to see what they look like. So I'm going to kind of go through it with you, and I'll compare them to the American Girl doll stand, which is what Rapunzel's standing on. For anyone who's curious, I know I am. And the last thing I'm going to do is open the Frozen sequel Frozen outfits that were made by Emily Rose, just in case anyone wanted to put them on their dolls, see the quality. Because I have another Emily Rose Disney outfit, Tiana, which I've shown in quite a few videos. So I'll show those, I'll dress them on a couple dolls, just see how they fit, how they feel. And because that's quite a few things, this could be a fast video, but it may not. So I'm just going to jump right in first with the eye swap of Rapunzel. And as I said, it'll be a sort of tutorial, at least a commentary, where I explain what I'm doing as I go. And I may have to go off camera sometimes or change the camera angle, but I'm going to try my best to do it all, one take as I normally do my videos. And first things first, I'll let you know what you would need if you're going to do an eye swap. For sure, towel. Probably an old beat up towel. Like, this is a towel I don't really love, so that's why I use this one. And most importantly, you're going to need the new eyes. And these are my favorite eye color, which is the light brown decal eyes, which someone on Instagram, her Instagram handle is Girl of Dolls, one word. And I cleared it up with her if I can share her Instagram handle, because she also has an American Girl IG account. So it's go check her out. And I thank her for these eyes. That was crunchy. A lot of this video might be because I've never done something like this on camera before. And you will need, well, because normally you would need a sink, but I'm going to have this bowl here to get rid of the hot water that I'm using. And because you're going to be removing the doll's head, you'll need some white cord and a bobby pin to get the cord through her head. Didn't stand up right. You'll need one of these cuticle pushers, which is something you're going to use to move the eye around after you get it in. I'm sure a lot of you have seen eye tutorials. I'm just trying to treat this like, someone who hasn't. And one thing I use is a cut Coke Zero bottle. Has to be Coke Zero because I don't like Coke. And a soup size mug to fit the head in. And then something you'll need just in case is like a lot of like dish towels. Again, ones that you don't really like, cherish. I think that's all you need to get started, aside from the hot water, which I'd have down here, and I'll explain it in a second. I'll get to it better. And you don't need to have the doll's hair protected like I protected hers, but it's Rapunzel, and her hair is really long. This is the playline version. I hope it's obvious. So I've kind of wrapped it up because it's long, and I had done her hair in a pretty like half ponytail. I got it good. And then I was like, oh, now I'm going to change her eyes. So this is I did that backward. So I've wrapped it up. I put a hairnet down, and I have an extra pajama set of Claudie. So this is Claudie's, well, not Claudie, my doll Claudie, but it's the bonnet from the pajama set. And the hospital gown is mostly on her for the drama, but it also, I think, is going to be really nice because it'll give me quick access. Because the first thing you have to do is cut. There's like a little thread here that's keeping in the cable tie. And I don't know if, oh yeah, you also need scissors. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this too visible, what I'm doing here, unless I go off camera, but I hope it'll be obvious what I'm doing. They're just 2 stitches. Whoa. I'm looking at myself on the monitor, and I'll be doing a lot during this video, I'm sure. And I'm left-handed. So as you can see, it's just an easy like pop of 2 stitches. And then you have access to the cable tie, which is down here. And this part maybe take a little bit more concentration because I have to dig into it with my scissors. And it doesn't always cooperate the best. You kind of got to dig under it. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you. Yeah, so dig under until you got it in. I had it. So it's just about there. And then it popped open. The worst part's over. As in like the nightmare part, and then her head just pops right out. Let's put it off to the side for a second while I remove the rest of the cable, which is in here, somewhere in here. So once you got it out, you just pull it out, and I will put in the cord while her head is sort of boiling. Now I think because she has so much hair, Let me put the body aside for a second now. I think because she has so much hair, she may not, yeah, she doesn't really need any. Usually I would put, I guess I should explain to the mug, to anyone who's going to get excited thinking that I'm a Friends fan. The truth is I'm not, but for some reason, all 3 relationships I've been in, that's been my partner's favorite show. So if you love Friends and you got excited, we may not have the same taste in favorite show, but you would have the same taste as every person I've ever been with, oddly enough. And I've tried to give it a chance. I just don't like it. I thought I would get that out of the way because it's his mug. I got it for him. So now getting that stupid thing out of the way, I'm just going to put some towels around her, like dish towels, because I'm going to let you know, like, even though I'm going to use this Coke Zero bottle, because it's like a perfect fit to go, like, see the tab out here? It's like a perfect fit to go in there until I lose it. But even though, you know, I have my AC blaring, and it's like, it's so strong that it's like windy. So even though I have this in here to help, I'm still a mess at pouring this water. And normally with the water, I just put it on hot, really hot on the tap, and then I would put it in the microwave just to get it a little bit hotter, maybe a minute, 90 seconds. But this time, because I knew it was going to be a while setting up, I actually boiled water and put it in here. So it's probably, this is also a 2-layer glass, so it's not going to cool down very fast, and I can't tell how hot it is. And I don't want to stick my finger in there. I'm sure it's fine. So usually they would, you know, you would pour it in, and this is going to get messy. I'm sorry. I'll try my best not to scare anyone or boil my fingers. Ugh. And it's only got to get in there, you know, just past her eyeballs. Oh, it's like the perfect depth. And some people tend to put a plate. I'm just going to put this aside for a minute. People tend to put a plate over that to not let the steam escape. So I just do it to be cool, you know, to fit in. And now, so I can get to this part while it's going to be about 3 minutes. It's probably doesn't need that long, and it's okay if it goes a little bit longer. So I'm just going to pull out my cord. And originally when I first did these eye swaps, I hated putting on the cord, but it turned out I just had a bad cord. Don't know why that's like that. And then I found this really good one on Amazon. It's on America and Amazon Canada. I just kind of, so if anybody, I might put a link in the description in case anyone's looking for the perfect cord, because that was a big challenge for me. I just kind of do it so that it's like down to her butt, because I'd rather be too long than too short. I think most people would agree. Scissors are over here. And there, that was easy. And then the bobby pin is to help you pull it through this opening in the neck. So you just put it in one side, and it's, did I do this right? No, this way. So yeah, I should have said that out loud, like this, and then the part that's open, that opens up, goes in here, so that, obviously, so that the cord wouldn't pull out like I was about to make it do. And this part's actually a little bit tricky for me. It's like, you know, when you're, when the string of your hoodie comes out and then you're trying to get it back in. Well, the hood on, like for the hoodie I'm wearing right now, this is not on purpose. It's just coincident I'm wearing this hoodie. When the string came out, I was like, forget it. I'm not going to get this back in. So I'm really not very good at doing this. But for my dolls, I'm willing to try a little harder. For my own hoodie, I won't do it. But so yeah, you're just feeding it around, like snaking it through and being careful not to poke. Just probably pay a little bit more attention, because you can poke right out of the cloth material. And there's the stitch from earlier. So it's like as you're pushing one end all the way through. I don't know if I'm showing clearly how awkward this is. This whole video is probably awkward. Who am I kidding? You're just kind of pulling back on this until it's all the way through. And because it's round and the bobby pin is like long and straight, it doesn't always cooperate. But you know what? Actually, I feel like, honestly, this is making a liar to me. Like, it's usually a lot harder than when I do it not on camera. I'm almost all the way through, which is good, because would you really want to sit here in this awkward silence for 5 whole minutes, which is what I expected to happen. So I'm just, as you can see, it's just about to come out at the end. And I probably should have come up with topics to talk about, but the truth is, I should concentrate on this so I don't ruin anything. So it's out now, and I'm just gonna, after all that snaking around, why isn't it coming through? Sometimes it gets like stuck on a stitch inside. Did that happen? Could you imagine? I was like bragging about how it was going so easily, and it's like the worst neck stringing I've ever done. Why won't you come out? Well, it's out enough that I think I can just, right? Are you out? Yeah, it's definitely stuck on a stitch, but the string isn't. So there you go. Now when, oh yeah, it's a good size. I was like, maybe it's a little short. So now we're gonna go back to the head because it should be softened by now. I haven't even paid attention how much time. It's probably like melted into nothing. So now when she comes out, her head's gonna be really squishy. Almost, it's squishier than like a Pleasant Company doll. So I should be able to work with this. And if not, I did bring another glass of boiled water. So usually we'd pour this into the sink, but I'm just going to pour it into this bowl because I didn't want to bring my sink over. And I wanted to try to do it all in one take. So what I was saying is I don't love the gray and blue eyes. I think they're the Mary Grace. Oh, some people use a tool. I'll explain that more in a second. Some people use a tool. I just stick my thumb up into her neck hole and push out. And this is probably why my thumbs hurt so much when I'm done this. Usually it pokes out more easily than this. Oh no. Maybe I need to heat her up some more because usually it just goes, let me do it on the floor. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna pause because this is like, I'm gonna like lose all my breath and I'll just come back in 1 second. I'll explain what I did. Okay, I think I figured out the problem. I was talking so long that the water cooled down. So she's not as soft. She wasn't as soft as she's supposed to be. So let's see if I can do it now because, oh yeah, it feels hot in there. If you could, oh, I'll go. Well, I don't need it actually for the video. I'm not putting it back in her. But the reason you're supposed to do it on, you see how much easier that was? She just wasn't hot enough. Oops, bad tutorial. And her bonnet's falling off. So let me show you. These dolls always look like a Michael Myers mask when I remove their eyeballs. So here she is without her eyes. Can you see her? Cute, right? And you have to try to get her eyes, the new eyes, in while she's warm. And these are Tenny's eyes, so they came from the doll Tenny, meaning like a light-skinned doll. But she's not as light as Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel's definitely lighter. It's cute. I just don't like when eyelids are lighter than the doll. And to me, it looks like they're diseased or something. And so light, if they're darker, it just looks like a little bit of eyeshadow or something. And here's the part that I do that's a little bit unorthodox. People, I've seen many tutorials, and they kind of put it on a certain angle. And me, I just push and push and push until it's in, which means I have to get in a certain position. And I hate this part because the doll head just squishes. I'm not kidding. Now I'm gonna race because that's how it goes in. I'm gonna race to get it like in before it's. So while the doll's head is hot, it's really, I'm not even showing you, but it's really easy to move it around when the doll's head is hot. And I've never in my life, so it's right now kind of crooked. It's this eye. I'm like looking at the blank one, the empty one. Yeah, usually I'm like fighting. Like it was the opposite this time. Easiest time getting in, hardest time getting out. She looks so much better. Because what I was meaning to say or trying to say a couple times already is I don't like the blue-gray eyes because they're a little bit too much like mine. And when something looks like me, I find it kind of boring. But I have to, give me 1 second, concentrate to push it in. Oop, she's not all the way in. That could have been bad. Okay, she's in. And now I always feel like, gotta go, get it, turn it around. Get it in the spot before she cools off. Whew. I feel like you guys aren't going to believe this. I put her gray eye back in. Get out. There, it's on the floor now. I should have made sure that one went on the floor too. Can't believe I have to do this a third time. Oh my. Just make making sure it's all incorrect. And both eyes are the same, so it's not like you have to get one in a certain size, one side. Whoa, it's the worst I've ever gotten one in. And like I said, because you can just push it around, I never worry. Once it's in, now that I know kind of how these eyes are, they're very like durable. And her lash, sorry, give me 1 second to concentrate because it's at such a funny angle. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. So maybe things I really struggle with are just better on camera. I still have to play with them, finesse them to get them in like the exact right position. And this, a lot of it comes down to almost taste. Like if you see here, she's just a little uneven, but she's getting there. Like this didn't go too badly. I can never figure out straight. Okay, there we go. That's in more ways than one. Yeah, she's getting there. She wasn't, so it was the easiest time I ever had getting eyes in. And I don't know if you can see, but my fingers are like, my thumb is going to have that ring around it for a while because I actually think it was the pushing out this time that hurt me because I didn't heat up her head enough. So that's like a good lesson. Don't boil the water and then run a video for 10 minutes because the water will cool off. And so another thing I wanted to say about, you know, if you got this doll to be Rapunzel, you would have been disappointed in her eyes too. I don't know why they chose, I think I could sit down now. I'm like talking to you with half a head. I don't know why they chose this weird color for her. She has, in the movie, she has the brightest green eyes and they made her gray blue. And I've seen people, I think mostly just on Facebook, doing, like they've replaced her eyes with the Felicity bright green eyes. Can't get it straight. And it looks amazing. Like if you wanted to do Rapunzel to look accurately like Rapunzel, wow. Once I get this one eye over a little bit more, because so I don't know if I explained this at all, but you're just taking the like flatter end of the cuticle pusher and there's a metal rim. I'll show you better after. Whoa, now I went too far. There's this metal rim inside the eye and you just like kind of push the metal of this against the metal of that. And it's almost like magic how it moves around when their heads are hot. And I got excited my first time doing an eye swap and I was like, oh, let me go fix all my dolls, but they have to be hot. The head has to be hot or it does not move. Smart. It's so funny. She either wants to go to one side or the other. This is the part I usually find the most fun and the most therapeutic because, you know, the worst part's behind you and then you're just kind of like, ugh, really? Do I need to shut up? Because I don't know how to do that. Wow, it just goes off to one side or another. Well, it refuses to get completely centered. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a night here. Well, even though I showed you nothing, I'm showing you like the finished product. But look how much cuter she is with these eyes. She's a little cross-eyed. I'd rather her be cross-eyed than her eyes like running away from each other. But I could still get that a little bit better. I've done it before. Why is the easiest part? Oh. Maybe her head's so hot now that it just like slides. Like silk pajamas on silk sheets, you know what I mean? I touch it and it's just, I'm probably gonna have to go off camera because this is getting a little repetitive. One more try and then I'm gonna pause. Give me a second, please. Okay, it is a good thing I paused because it took not that much, not as long as I was already recording, but I got her as, I think as perfect as I'm gonna get her. So let me just show you. And, you know, one day if it really bothers me, I can always just do this because she's got neck strings now. So she's easy to take apart and put back together, as I will show you right now. I kind of show you. I feel like I haven't really shown much and I'm sorry. This might have been a little bit of a flop. So just in case anyone hasn't seen, there's like the disc in the bottom of her head that's just gonna go inside. And even though my AC is blaring, I don't know if it's the boiling water or all this like, Oh, you know what? Did I dry her off inside? Yeah, she's dry. All these little things. Because usually when I'm sticking the eyes in, I shove dish towel up there just to, it helps keep her head from sinking in, but I forgot that this time. So yeah, you're just like sticking it in until the neckline makes it to that rim between her neck and the disc, which is usually a lot easier than this. It's like everything is opposite this time. No, I'm not going off camera for this. That's silly. But I did have to for getting her eyes straight because I just was not getting it. Going in? You're going in. And because this is like a solo operation, getting her neck tied, it's not always the most fun. Like, I think ideally you would have someone stick their finger against the knot, and she's got so much hair. But this cord that I found, or not found, somebody talked about it on a Facebook doll group. Was that me? Did I do something to her cloth? And they suggested this. They said like they were looking for years, and they found the perfect one, and they were right. So this is like the perfect cord. All right, so as you see, the bonnet already fell off. So now let's see how she looks if I destroyed her hair that I worked so hard on. A little bit. But wow. You just have to give me a minute because she looks so much better. I hated those eyes. Her hair's a little snaggle tooth, but a little crunchy right now. But what a difference, huh? She may be a little Julie-ish, but like an improved Julie because she's got freckles, and this eye color is just nicer. I really wish there were more dolls with the decal eyes, and also like if they would play around with colors a bit more and not just have the green eyes we never see, or the brown we never see either. Like, it's only available in the CYO shop in Tenny, and I can only think of one Truly Me who has them, and she's been discontinued. The one with the purple hair, the Josefina with the purple hair. Oh, so glad I did this. So like, I have to thank Girl of Dolls again for donating these eyes. Like, there are some people out there who are just such like helpful collectors. Like, she knew that I love this color of eyes, so she just volunteered. Like, I would never, anyway, so yeah, thanks again. And I will have to fix her hair later because it's just, there's too much going on. But anyway, I want to show one more shot before I put her outfit on her. I have her in Julie's latest roller skating outfit, the one that came out, I guess, May or April. And I've already dressed her in it on here, so now I'm like, should I just get to the doll stands? Maybe I will. So she's dressed, and you know, oh my God, so much better. So now, as I was saying, earlier today, she may not stand on this very well, and I'll explain the trick that I use to get my dolls to stand, especially when they're on roller skates or something slippery. As I was saying earlier today, I picked up, I don't know if I made it clear that I picked up Maple Leaf doll stands. I've said this quite a few times, so you may already know that I live in the province in Canada. I'm Canadian. In Canada, we have provinces, not states. And I live in the province where the storefront is for Maple Leaf. So when I have time, I will place an online order for pickup, so then it doesn't have to be the $150 minimum. And I drive up there. It's about a 40-minute drive from my work, 40 minutes each way, 40 to 45, depending. So I have to go, I can only go when I, have that amount of time that I can commit to. So today I picked up these doll stands, and I wanted to share the price first of all. So these are, I bought the 6-pack. So if you buy them individually, the Maple Leaf doll stands are $19 Canadian, which works out to about $14 USD, as opposed to the American Girl doll stands, which are $20 USD, so not 14 USD, which is about $27 Canadian, so not 19 Canadian, like Maple Leaf. But when you buy the 6-pack, which Maple Leaf offers, and American Girl doesn't have a 6-pack. The 6-pack works out to be, did I say that right? Yeah, so the $95 Canadian for the 6-pack, and they work out to be $15.83 Canadian, or $11.74. So when you buy the 6-pack, they're almost half price of getting 6 individual doll stands from American Girl. And I've heard the assembly is a little bit different, so that's what I'm kind of curious about too. So, okay, so and I'm just going through this. I haven't opened them before. I've never opened a Maple Leaf doll stand. They're a different size, and that's why I wanted them. So they have these plastic rods. I guess that's metal on American Girl. And, oh boy, the base is smaller. And that's, I think I just said that 2 seconds ago. I think these are about 5 inches squared, so 5 inches deep and wide, and I believe these are about 4, and they're thicker, so they're a little bit taller when you put a doll on it. And I believe the mechanism, all you have to do, like, is just push this in, and it feels like the same kind of material. This is like an MDF kind of wood kind of thing. This feels the same, and then you just squish this in. And see, this you screw it in. You screw it into the base. I'll show you in a second when I get Julie. Julie. Oh no, I'm not going to call her Julie. Her name is Crystal, by the way, not Julie. And then this just pops into this. I feel like it doesn't have as much adjustment on it because this is all the way up here. Okay, yeah, so now I can, so as you can see, a little bit higher. You know what? It's not even, it's like the same square size. I thought it was smaller. It's just higher. Okay, so it's not as perfect as I was hoping. And then this is all the way up here, so you can't, like, you know what I mean? You can't adjust the height of the doll. And does this work? Okay, so I was thinking it might, like, swish around. I mean, it's a lot cheaper. Don't get, like, so I don't want to sound mad. I'm just thinking out loud as I'm going through this. It looks smaller. Why does it look smaller when it's not smaller? I feel like there's less of, it feels lighter too. I'm trying to like lift up with the doll as if it's going to be tell me anything. So there are pros and cons for sure. Oh no, where did I put the comb? I have other combs. Oh, right here. Definitely pros and cons between them. The price, big pro. And if you like the height, that depends. That could be a pro or a con. And the materials are about the same. This is, like I said, metal. There's one screw in the bottom, and this you just kind of like twist in, and then you put the rod through that twist, and now you can't even see her because she's on a taller doll stand. What if I pull her back? Ugh, she's gonna fall off. And so, yeah, I think that's my first impressions of the Maple Leaf doll stands. They're just like maybe half an inch narrower. And not even half an inch, like, deeper. So weird. I thought I read on the reviews that they were like 4 inches, which is, so there's a shelf behind me that's 4 inches deep, and that's why I wanted like these 4 inch bases, stand bases. But anyway, that's as good as that's gonna get. So I'll put her off to the side because as I said, this video's, it's okay that it's getting long. You can fast forward around, X out whenever you want. So these are Emily Rose, and they came today I've ordered them from Amazon America to Canada, and it took, I think I ordered them maybe Monday. They got here Friday. So that's to me in Canada. So it would have been obviously probably the next day if you're in America. And they are, for both outfits, it's $20 US. And I've, as I said, bought Emily Rose an outfit before. High quality, like great fabrics, and it's amazing that they're so cheap. Like the Tiana gown I have was also $20, so I bought a couple of them. They went on sale. I think they went on sale for like, I don't know, $18 or something at one point. So these as a 2-pack right now, and they come like full outfit. Boots that are, as you can see, fabric. They're not some cheap plastic boots for both characters. And hopefully I can figure out where all this stuff goes. There's a picture, right? No, there's no picture. Yeah, so like, okay, I'll show you Elsa's first. So this is like, It's not velveteen. It's like, you know, Kaya's outfit, that faux suede. That's kind of what this feels like, and it's got some sparkly. It's just sparkle. There's no embroidery, nothing like that on her. The pieces that hang out of her jacket, because this is the adventure outfit, I think we called it, from the Frozen 2. And underneath there'll be a pair of pants, which are just like, these feel a lot like Courtney's pants that are almost the exact same, to be honest. Maybe a little less quality than Courtney's. So under here you've got, my desk is a mess, my table's a mess. So like the same kind of mesh thing that you would see on the Disney princess outfits. And then like a shiny, like a sparkly shiny, but the sparkle doesn't come off. Oh, you know why? Because there's like a layer of mesh, or it's not organza. Who am I, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but like that meshy kind of material that a lot of doll clothes use over top of it. And then poor Anna's costume is covered in glitter because of the glitter that's all over these things. So keep that in mind. And it's got a cape with a metal chain, which is pretty impressive, I think, for a $10, because like they came together, right? So literally a $10 outfit. It's got a hook and loop closure, which I come from the Integrity Toys, an Integrity Toys background, and people hate those. But again, I'm gonna put it on $2. So I'm just trying to give you a little idea of the materials before I do. And she's got an orangey, like a mustard version of her blue pants, like my favorite color because I love orange. And that, I'm not gonna put them on the Frozen dolls just because I'm gonna put this on them in the fall because the movie felt more fall. And this is kind of like a felty. It's not as suede-y as Kaya's, but it's like got actual buttons and actual embroidery. That's wild. I just don't understand how some companies can make something so like a really, really decent, good quality and charge so little. I mean, I obviously you're paying for the brand and all that stuff, but just like it comes with so much. $10, like $10 each. It's so wild. And then the boots, these are definitely reminiscent of Kaya's boots, especially her powwow. I have one of her powwow 3 outfit, and it's a zipper instead of Velcro. Can you believe, like, I'm trying not to be too dramatic, but I guess I am. I have to talk about it, right? So a little bit of a heel, nice. Honestly, it's just, you know, if you want to put these clothes on another doll, an American Girl doll, I'm about to show you. Again, the same quality as the Anna boot, so I don't need to go too deep into that, but I do need to get some of this stuff out of here, out of the way. And honestly, I've only seen Frozen 2 a couple times. Frozen, I don't know how many times I've seen it, so I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to figure out how these outfits go. And the last time when I opened my Frozen limited edition dolls behind me, I used this doll, Truly Me 115, to be Elsa, because she's pretty comparable as far as she's, you know, the Marie Grace mold, like Elsa is, and she's the, what is it, the number 5 skin tone is the lightest one. Oh, and by the way, Rapunzel is I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, is a little bit lighter than the number 5 skin tone. So it's either she's got a unique skin tone, or, you know, she's from a different batch of the number 5 skin tone. And I think that's why Tenny's eyes, I'll show you after if I remember, are a little bit darker eyelid, why she's got some eyeshadow on. So let's see how this looks on an American Girl. And I feel like the fastener is a little bit more delicate. Like I wouldn't want to pull too hard. I should probably put on her pants first, shouldn't I? There's no tag, so I guess there's no back and front. They're just tights, but as in tights with no feet on the bottom. Ooh, they're tight. I don't know if it's because American Girl dolls are just chubby 18-inch dolls, or if these are supposed to be this tight. But I'm also dramatic and expressive when I talk. But these are quite tight. But that's probably a good thing. Like they'll look like, you know, tights when they're done, and not sag if you put them on right. And when they're on, you know, because it's supposed to be like a magical kind of character, they're kind of like shiny. They have a little bit of a sheen to them, so they look nice. Courtney's are not this long, and they don't have a shimmer like a, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, where they're kind of like just a little bit of a sheen, just a little bit of a magic touch. And there's Velcro on here, so I have to try to be careful. Not as careful as when I put this doll in Elsa's outfit, because Elsa's outfit feels very delicate. Like you don't want to redress her too many times, but I do want to, because I want to put this on her in the fall. Well, let me see how it looks on 115 first, whose name in my collection is Tawny. Oh, it's like this is going on really weird. It looked like it was kind of deformed. But it's not, it's fine. Like I said, I'm just dramatic. So it's not like, oh, maybe it's supposed to, oh, you're supposed to wear it lower. At first I thought it wasn't like a nice fit. That's cute. Does this go around her waist? Oh yeah, this looks like a belt. Because as I was saying, oh, that's got to be upside down. Does it go this way? Oh no. Yeah, it looks like it would go this way. You know what? I should have looked up pictures. And if it's really terrible, I'll look it up after and then show you better. So yeah, as I said, zippers on their boots. American Girl would never. Or have they? They just would never now. I've never seen boots with zippers. These go on really nicely, if you're curious. Sorry, I thought I was about to make a liar of myself. But they did, they went on nice. And it's very easy to tell which foot's which, because you don't know how many times I put shoes on the wrong foot on here and don't even notice until after I've uploaded and I'm about to put my dolls away and I'm like, oh, oops. No one will notice until I talk about it. And this might be a little tricky to put on because the sleeves underneath, no, they feel like it went right over. So all in all, this already feels, it's not even on and it feels really nice. Like a nice fit. And I don't know the Emily Rose dolls. I'm sure they have their own and that's what they use as models in the listings. Okay, so her fingers are a bit big. Careful putting it on. Ooh, because there's no give. I'll figure this out, I think. So the other hand went on really easily, the other sleeve. This might feel like to get this on, you'd have to boil her hand just to get it soft. So yeah, for this one, it may be a coincidence that I got one with a tight sleeve, but that was difficult. But seriously, $10, you think I'm gonna cry over a tight sleeve? Oh, that's nice. So the layer underneath that comes off the back of the under outfit has this other layer, so it looks almost like the lining. And there are these beads hanging down from the hem of the jacket all the way around. And I didn't mention the embroidery. I was talking about Anna's, but she's got embroidery all across the bottom of the jacket, and she's got embroidery on her boots. This is so good. And if you wanted to, if you have the supplies, I have the supplies, you could put some Swarovski crystals around it, make it even more glittery. What should I put her on? Let's see how she stands in it. She stands pretty good in it too. I'm gonna put her on I wanted to use the Maple Leaf stands for this video, but I'm like, when am I gonna be able to put it together quickly? So yeah, this is actually really, I'm really impressed again with this Emily Rose Disney princess outfit, which I know they don't call it that because copyrights and stuff, but I don't love, after how much I talked about it in my Frozen unboxing video, I don't love how the original Frozen outfits look by Emily Rose, especially, I'm not sure how I feel about these doll stands yet, especially Elsa's. I especially don't love, yeah, I prefer when the doll stand can go lower on their body. Ugh. What was I saying? Yeah, so this is another, I guess, while I'm talking about these clothes, I can talk about these doll stands too. It's not my favorite. But I think once you get, like anything, once you get it sorted out and fit, it's not like you're going to be moving it around a lot. It's cute that it's on a platform. So yeah, I don't love the Frozen 1 Elsa outfit that Emily Rose makes. I think the colors are a little off. Let me get this over here out of the way so that I can dress. I'm not using Nikki like I did last time for a couple reasons. The main one is I put her back away and, she's a lot of work And it turns out she's not a redhead doll. I always thought Nikki was like a redhead, but her hair is medium brown, so she wasn't the best representation. This is a CYO, and it's not the best representation either. But it's so she's like a Sonali mold with medium skin, bright blue, dark blue eyes, and red hair. So I think she should be good enough for the sake of the video. And another thing about Anna in the sequel is she has different hair from, she doesn't just have braids. She has like these two braids that come back and bangs that come down. And I'm never going to change my American Girl Frozen doll's hair because I love factory braids and I love braids in general. So whenever I put her in this fall outfit, it's going to be with the braids, not like this. And this isn't even accurate because instead of, because she, this, my, oop, pulling too much and I pull, well, I mean, I pulled a stitch, not that like it damaged the clothes, but you know what I mean. So this doll doesn't have bangs and that's why she, to me, would never look very accurate. I'm gonna see if I could shake off some of this glitter because if it's not Swarovski, that's not the kind of sparkle I want. And these are just such quality fabrics. Like I'm so impressed. And I know I've said that, but it's like now I'm looking at Anna's outfit. Ooh, let's see if I can get her big hands through the sleeve because it looks like the same kind of situation. So really, if it's, you know, for you to display as an adult or for you to put on your kid, you can just help the, oh, nope, I spoke too soon. This one went through really easily, even through her chubby arm. Because I would imagine most companies that make, so I guess I'm good at putting on the easy hand first. But I would think, what I was saying is I think that most companies, when they make 18-inch doll clothes, they have American Girl in mind because most of us are collecting those first or predominantly. This is, even if I didn't know this was like a Frozen outfit, I think I would like it because of the colors. And it's such a perfect, especially Anna's more so than Elsa's, because of course Elsa's gonna look more wintry, but this is like, you know, she needs a pumpkin spice latte right now with this outfit. Cute so far, right? And it really suits this particular doll, like her coloring, like the medium skin tone and the red CYO hair, and this must be a belt too. Yeah, that's gotta be a belt. And it's like a faux leather, just like things you would see on more high, like on higher priced items. This is, I'm not going to stop sounding impressed until I stop feeling impressed, you know what I mean? Because I just love every piece of this so far. And like 100%, I think I could like these even not as like Disney princess outfits. They're just kind of cute outfits and the boots go on so easily. Because I've dressed quite a few dolls on here and usually I struggle with the shoes, at least one of them. But you know, when there are zippers, wow. I'm so impressed. And this looks so good on her. But she has like a role or a place in my collection. Oh yeah, so I have to pull it back out of the hook and loop closure. Now it's not lined. Oh, oops, this is like sleeves. I thought it was just like it just draped over her shoulders. So much glitter on it though. That's one regret about them being packaged together. And that's not even a complaint. That's just an observation. It's me pointing out something that's not a big deal, just in case. I just have to concentrate on this little hook. But it's a much bigger hook than the ones I'm used to from Integrity Toys, so wow. You know what it is? She looks kind of like something from, I don't know, what would you call this? Like something magical, which I know Frozen is, but I mean like something fantastical, I guess, more so than Disney Frozen. Like, I don't know, Renaissance, medieval, what do you call those things? Like she could have a pet dragon or something. Just wanna, whoop. Is it an outfit or you? And I would normally stuff a bag like this with some This is the best way to do it, you know, under her arm first. Like, even a bag. Like, everything about this. How do I get this on her? I want her to have it, like, over her. There we go. Yeah, I want it to be like a crossbody. Is that what we call them? You know what? Maybe I won't even put these on the Frozen dolls. Maybe I'll just leave her like this because she looks so cute. Looks really cool or cute or whatever, right? Like, this is a good look. This should have been its own video because it was like so much, first of all, like to get them dressed and everything. But here's the thing about that. I have so many videos in my list of upcoming videos to do that I currently have enough to last, doing 2 a week, to last me until next year. So I don't want to split up anything, and I think that's why I kind of cheated today by putting 3 videos in one. Not that I would compare doll stands as a video, but I did so much in this one video so that I can like stay on sort of track, because I'm always adding more video ideas because, you know, new things keep coming out, and let's see if this works. New things keep coming out, and then, you know, as I'm making videos, I get ideas for another video, and I'm like, no, don't even write it down. You have enough. And so I'm adding this little commentary on at the end to let people know that there will always be more coming. And thank you so much for watching, because it's become really fun sitting in my living room like a weirdo talking about my dolls, because that's all I do on here. But you already knew that. Just, they look so good. So that's, is her hair out of her face? I can't even see what they look like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed something about this video. I hope I covered everything, and if not, there'll be an add-on. And if I did cover everything, I'll see you soon in the next one. So I decided I couldn't sign off without doing a little close-up of these 3 dolls. So I'm in love with Rapunzel with these light brown decal eyes, and I don't know, did I get close enough? I don't think so. Her hair is still a little snaggletooth, I'm sorry. It's really late, by the way. It's after 3 a.m. It's a long weekend. It's fine, but that's why I can't go any deeper than this right now, for now. And what I was saying earlier is the eyes are in 3 parts. So there's that little plastic cup. There's the eye that has a weight in it to make it go sleepy. And then that's the metal rim I was talking about, where you use the cuticle pusher to move it around. And yeah, like I said, the eyes are very durable. The plastic's very durable. You saw what I did, how it went in there, and look, they look perfect. They're not placed perfectly, but I will probably fix that one day when I fix her hair. And then I want to talk a little bit more about the Frozen 2 outfits. Again, Anna is just spectacular. It doesn't need to be even a Disney outfit. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out someone to wear this. It might even be her, because she looks so good. My one big complaint about Elsa's outfit, the glitter bomb. When I went to clean up my table after, glitter everywhere. It's too much. Like, I don't think it's ever necessary to put that much glitter. It looks pretty, sure, but you touch it, it's just everywhere now. So like, if you don't mind glitter, I love glitter at Christmas, but that's pretty much it. And so yeah, that's all I'll say. Everything other than that, you know, considering the price, still amazing. That's not a complaint. I love everything that I got to show you today. The doll stands, so they're all on Maple Leaf doll stands. And the only thing I could figure out is to place the hook that goes around their body. I just put it up closer to her armpit, so it's right here. That way it kind of sits better. You just have to like pull on the shirt after so you can't see it. And they're supposed to have the felt rings on the bottom. Only 3 of the 6 I bought had the felt rings. So that was another funny thing. So I put one without felt rings under her because her skates make her taller. I just don't want to miss anything, and I hope I didn't. What I was saying before about making her roller skate stays, I usually put some double-sided tape, but for some reason her skates don't roll off this. Maybe it's just because she's in there so tightly. So I didn't need to show you that. And now I think I covered everything I said I would. And once again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one.